Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sheffield United versus. Oh shit, the audio. Whoops. This is the Liverpool Sheffield United preview. Sit back, relax. We're on the road to 300 subs, as you can see down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're pushing for 300 subs, maybe before the new year. Who knows? Yeah, let's get into the preview. Obviously, yesterday. This preview would normally I normally be doing it a day before the game, but I'm unable to do it tomorrow, so I'm having to do the preview today. Obviously Liverpool played yesterday, and obviously our next game is on Wednesday in 2 days' time. So let's get straight into it. Obviously yesterday we played Fulham, which was, I mean, if you watch the game, let's just I don't even know what to say, to be honest. It was an absolute feast of a game if you're a neutral and you watch the game, because you score world-class goals, last-minute winners by Trent Alexander-Arnold, stinkers at the back, just absolute madness of worldies. Yeah, let's get straight in. Let's talk a little bit about yesterday's game. Obviously, it was a 4-3 win, and the worst thing for me about yesterday's game was the defending. The defending yesterday was absolutely diabolical at the back. And I think there's reasons behind this. I think it's because we never see this. The back four is already mixed up as it is, with Robertson not being in there and now Alisson being out injured. I don't think it's an excuse for our defence for how bad we was. However, we do tend to see when Alisson is not in net, the defense doesn't have that confidence, the morale around the team, because Alisson just sets it up. Because I would honestly say Alisson's probably the most consistent player in the Liverpool team. I mean, if you can disagree or you can not, if you want. And obviously, Kelleher this season, he has been quite shaky, especially in the Europa League. In the Toulouse game, he was good against last week. He was. He could have done a way better for the second goal, where it's straight at him and it goes in. He should be saving it. The first one, I think it's on Matip and Virgil, just poor defending. Then obviously the third one is on Tsimikas, in my opinion, because literally Dokonovo jumps and just heads the ball down. Tsimikas is not even looking at him. He literally he doesn't even do this. He's literally just like, pretend Alisson's right, Kelleher's right here. I'm Tsimikas. He doesn't even look over Decore. He's not looking over his shoulder. And it reminds me of the goal that we conceded away to Fulham last season, 2-2, where Trent didn't look over his shoulder and Mitrovic scored a header. Very similar goals there. But yeah, I do think that was one of the reasons why it was awful yesterday, just because when the back four is very mixed up, and when Alisson's not in there, you do tend to see a lot of shaky moments. There's the passing, giving away the possession a lot of time in the midfield from Gravenberch, from Matip, Szoboszlai giving the ball away too many times. And obviously Fulham countered on that and scored 3 goals. And the thing is, with all 3 goals, they could have all been avoidable. That's the annoying thing about this. They all could have been avoidable. But we got the win. But my favourite goal from yesterday, though, I think it has to be the McAllister one, the half volley where he just rockets it to the top right-hand corner. Or the Trent last-minute winner. I mean, the free kick one, people are saying it's an own goal. It goes in off Leno. I mean, no. It's a goal. But the Endo goal was beautiful, man. Literally, finesse, top bins. Sets the tempo. Then we obviously score a minute later. 2 goals in a minute and a half. Yeah, absolute madness. And that game yesterday for me, the biggest point for me yesterday, it wasn't the win or a performance by anyone. It was the mentality. And we saw in the Champions League winning season, and the league title winning season, the mentality got us over the line. In lots of times of those moments. Never say died attitude. I mean, you look back at some of the games in the title winning season. Aston Villa away, I think, is a very key one, where we're literally 1-0 down with 3 minutes to go. Robertson scores, then Mane scores a last minute header and wins the game 2-1. A lot of never say die moments, and we've seen that's a lot this season. We saw it at Wolves away, we saw it at Man City away last season, where Man City probably should have won last week, but we nicked a point at the toughest away ground in 2023. You know, we ended their run. They won every single game in 2023. We rock up and we take a point off them. Obviously, yesterday as well, with 3-4 minutes to go, we scored 2 goals. The never say die attitude, and that was the one thing I wanted to see back this season. I knew this season was going to be an interesting one, obviously with the rebuild of the midfield, slight changes to the defence as well. So I knew it was going to be an interesting season. Would Liverpool be in a title race? We didn't really know. At the predictions at the start of the season, I said Liverpool will be third. I think Liverpool will be in a title race till February. I think because this midfield, I think nobody could expect Liverpool's brand new midfield in one summer to come in and win them a league title. I mean, look, there's still some things about the midfield. We need a DM, and obviously, I think McAllister's slowly adjusting to becoming that 6. Now, obviously, the first couple of games, it's took him a while to adjust to it, but he's starting to adjust now. Ryan Gravenberch is getting better and better each game. I do think Szoboszlai's performances have slightly dropped since the start of the season, but I have no doubts that he's gonna come good again, like he was at the beginning of the season. He wasn't bad yesterday or the previous weeks. His performance had just slightly dipped. I just thought yesterday he was giving the ball away too much. The session, he wasn't getting on the ball and doing as much as he would in previous games. So I think Szoboszlai, he was okay yesterday, but the one thing you know with Szoboszlai, he's always going to give 110% because his engine is unbelievable. So yeah, that was on yesterday's game, and obviously now we do sit 2 points behind Arsenal. Obviously, we got them in a couple of weeks. And obviously, Man City's a point behind us after they dropped points to Tottenham. Yeah, the title race is certainly heating up. I mean, Aston Villa, I believe they've got Man City soon this week. But let's talk about the Sheffield United game. Sheffield United did obviously lose 5-0 away to Burnley. I believe their manager's going to be getting sacked as well. I mean, everyone's talking about injuries, but if you see here, Sheffield United have got their fair few of injuries. I mean, Tom Davis, oh my God, I completely forgot he signed for Everton. I mean, for Sheffield United. I mean, I remember the days where he was at Everton. He was there for such a long time, and now he's at Sheffield United. Ryan Brewster, the former Liverpool boy, he's out till mid-December with a hamstring injury. Obviously, John Egan, you know, is a familiar face at Sheffield United as well, and Oliver McBurney as well. And obviously, we've got a fair few injuries as well with Thiago, Bajcetic, Jota, Robertson, and Allison. And obviously, Matic did unfortunately pick up an injury yesterday. Klopp did come out at his press conference and say it's not going to be a short one, but no scan yet. So we don't exactly know. Obviously, Thiago and Bajcetic, they're back. They're back from injury. They're just training away to build up their fitness, especially Bajcetic, because he has been out since March, and Thiago's been out since April. So we're not going to rush him back in just to get injured again. Jota, we don't really know. I reckon Jota will be back about end of. Jota, for me, out of all of them, is a massive one, mainly because of the AFCON coming up, and we know Jota stepped up last time in the AFCON. He was a massive figure, scored loads of goals, especially away at Arsenal in the league and the League Cup to send us through to the final. He was pivotal in the AFCON running. So Diaz, Darwin, and Gakpo are certainly going to have to step up. It's going to be interesting to see how we do line up that front three. I think it'll probably be Diaz on the right, and then left wing, it'll probably be Gakpo and Darwin through the centre. I mean, you could also do Harvey on the right, but we'll see. And obviously, Allison should be back for the Man U game. Robertson's injury says it's a late February one, but I believe it's not late February, though. I believe he will be back for sometime in January. I mean, look, this is just an estimation on Foot Mob. But as for the game, Sheffield United, they have been the whipping boys this season. If you do look at their stats, they're only on 5 points out of 14 on a minus 28 goal difference, which is absolutely mad. Yeah, they're rock bottom. They're what 4 points adrift from Luton. I mean, if you look at their form of late, yeah, battered 5-0 by Arsenal, beat Wolves 2-1 at home, Brighton 1-1, 3-1 against Bournemouth, 5-0 against Burnley. They're conceding a lot of goals. I think that's something that Liverpool are for sure going to capitalise on. I mean, look, this is a game where Liverpool have a chance to really rack up their goal difference. I mean, because if you look at Arsenal's, this is a chance. Look, with Man City facing Aston Villa, they could potentially drop points. We have a chance to really boost up our goal difference, especially with Arsenal playing Luton. I think Arsenal will batter Luton 4-5. So we need to be battering Sheffield United by a minimum 3 to take over Man City on goal difference, especially. This is a game where we can't afford to do another Fulham where we have to come back of late. Last minute winner. Yes, last minute winners are all good. You feel good after a last minute winner. However, yesterday's performance was very lackluster all over the pitch, and we hopefully won't be seeing that again. Obviously, we have got Sheffield United, then it's Crystal Palace on the weekend, so we've got a few days after that early kickoff. I think it's going to be really interesting what Klopp is going to do with the team news. But let's get into my predicted 11. Predicted 11, though, speaking on the team news, I think it's going to be Kelleher. I think it's going to be Trent. Virgil. It's going to be Kanate. I wouldn't mind seeing Kwanzaa in this game. I would like to see Kwanzaa. I think Kwanzaa could do well against Sheffield United. Especially, he's not going to be picking up as many minutes purely and simply because he's obviously got the Europa League game than the Cup game. But then you won't be getting no more Europa League games until February. So I would like to give him a bit of more Premier League experience as well against Sheffield United away. I'll definitely play Kwanzaa, but I think he might go with Kanate. I would like him to go Kwanzaa mainly because then we can save Kanate for the Crystal Palace game, because we know Kanate is injury prone and Matip is out injured, so we can't take any risks. So I would definitely go with Gerald Kwanzaa, and he's been magnificent since he's played for the club this season, and we've seen why Jurgen Klopp did not go out and get a young centre-back, because he saw the light with Kwanzaa. And look, it would have been nice to get a centre-back, but we may have not seen as many minutes from Kwanzaa, and we may have not also seen the potential that this kid has. People are calling him Virgil van Dijk regen, Virgil van Dijk 2.0. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. People saying he's going to play for Liverpool as a regular starter in a couple of years' time. It's an exciting one for Gerald Kwanzaa. Other players like Ben Doak and Bajcetic. But I will go with Kwanzaa, but I think he might go Kanate though. At left back, I think it's going to be Costas Tsimikas. In the midfield, I'd like to see the same midfield again. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I would go with McAllister. I would go with Curtis Jones. And I would go with Szoboszlai. That would be my midfield. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a Harvey Elliott start in there. You know what? I mean, is this a game where we could rest Mo and bring him on? I mean, look, it's a big one, but I don't think Klopp would do it. So I think it's going to be Jones, McAllister and Szoboszlai. The front three, I think it's going to be Salah, Diaz and Gakpo. I thought Darwin, he wasn't great yesterday. His link-up play with Mo was good at times, the balls over the tops. But Darwin's offside. His finishing was just not at it yesterday. He didn't really seem himself, like when he misses a shot, he's very frustrated with himself. He's very eager to try and prove himself wrong, to try and get a goal or another shot. He didn't really have that yesterday. I don't know why, for some reason. I thought his hairstyle, by the way, was absolutely shocking. But I think it's going to be Diaz, Salah and Gakpo. Then obviously I think it'll be roughly the same again against Palace. And then it's Europa League, isn't it? Then it'll be a rest. And then it's Man United, then it's West Ham in the Cup. Obviously, this game is going to be on Amazon Prime. I am going to be doing a watch along for it. Make sure you do subscribe, people. Like, comment down below. We are closing it. We're not far from 300 subscribers. We're on the road to that. I also do TikTok and Twitch. But yeah, we would have been on a watch along. I can tell you the schedule for the week before I get into my score prediction. We're going to be doing the Arsenal game tomorrow, Luton, and then we'll be doing the watch along. I'm going to be doing another video on Thursday. What should Liverpool focus on? Should Liverpool try and focus on the Europa League, FA Cup, etc.? And then we're going to be doing the preview for the Palace game, and then the watch along at the weekend as well. But let's go through the fixtures for the week and our score predictions. So my score prediction for the Liverpool game, I think it's going to be, I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool. I predicted 3-0 last time, and I think it's going to be, you know what? I'm going to say Curtis Jones is going to score. I remember he scored it away at Sheffield United last time a couple of years ago. I think it's going to be Curtis Jones. Yeah, I'm going to go bold. Jones. I think Salah's going to get a goal this game, and I think, I'm going to say Lucho to score as well. But let's get into the predictions for the week for the Premier League games. Wolves Burnley is on tomorrow night, Amazon Prime. All the games are on Amazon Prime, by the way. I think 1-1 in that game. Hopefully Luton, they can do us a favour. I mean, Luton away isn't easy. We saw that with us, but I think Arsenal are going to put Luton to the sword very much easily, 4-0. Then Tuesday's Wednesday's got some nice games. You got Man United, Chelsea, and Villa, Man City. Then it's on the same one as ours. Let's run through these. Brighton, Brentford, 2-1 Brighton. Palace, Bournemouth, 1-1. Fulham, Forest. Oh, they lost at the weekend, didn't they? Forest to Everton, and obviously Fulham lost to us. I'm gonna go 1-1 in that game. Sheffield United, Liverpool, obviously, I said 3-0. Villa, Man City. Apparently, Rodri and Grealish are out for this on suspensions again, which is interesting. Aston Villa, they're looking to be probably bouncing back from that Bournemouth point. I mean, they always do, especially at home. They've got a really nice record away at home. And we've seen with Man City, when Rodri's not played, they've lost to quite a few games. Wolves was in there. Who else did they lose to? They lost to someone else as well. Newcastle in the Cup. They lost a few games, haven't they, Man City, when Rodri's not played. Most important player, in my opinion, for them. And I've seen Man United, Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to beat Man United 2-1. But yeah, that's my predictions for those games. Obviously, I think there's more games on Thursday, aren't there? Oh yeah, Everton, Newcastle, 3-0 Newcastle, and Spurs will win 2-1. But yeah, we are going to be back on tomorrow night for the Luton Arsenal game, and then Sheffield United versus Liverpool. Quick run through of the preview. In goal, Callagher. Right back, Trent. Two centre backs, Kwanzaa and Virgil. Left back, Tsimikas. Midfield, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Jones. Front three, Salah, Gakpo and Diaz. And I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool. Diaz, Jones and Salah to score. Make sure, people, you do subscribe, like, comment down below. Subscribe and take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.